I'm Jasmine Jones, CEO and co-founder of Cherry Blossom Intimates. Today we'll discuss when you should pivot or if you should just keep going during your company's startup journey. But first, a little bit about me and Cherry Blossom Intimates. Cherry Blossom Intimates is a first of its kind, fully accredited medical business and lingerie boutique. So we help breast cancer survivors to be fit for bras and prosthetics in a new way. Using 3D printing technology, we can build a woman a new breast that looks like the one she's lost to her life-saving surgery, which is normally a mastectomy surgery. But what's even better about that is that they come in 36 different skin tones. So we can customize them that looks like the woman. She can choose her color just like she would choose her foundation. They come in 36 different skin tones. We can even add freckles or veins if she'd like, but all of this is housed in a beautiful lingerie boutique. It looks like the prettiest, girliest lingerie boutique that you've ever seen. What's interesting is that COVID caused our business to pivot, but I'm really excited to tell you a little bit about that later on. We launched in October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month of 2018, but this has been a business that's been on my mind for probably a decade. And what makes it unique is that it's really a first of its kind. It's a place that's completely inclusive to women who have lost their breast to breast cancer, who have breasts and are just seeking the perfect fit, who just want to be respected in a lingerie store, who don't want to feel like they're an other or an outcast just because they might wear a larger bra or because they might have lost their breast to breast cancer. So we believe in empowering women, and I sort of see myself as like reinventing the future of women's health tech. To make a pivot in your business means to quickly determine what did not work and start a new course. And as a leader in a company, you have to be ready to say, okay, how are we going to survive? How are we going to change? How are we going to evolve with what's happening in the world? And then quickly move forward with that and stand behind it very confidently. But sticking around is hard. And I've had a lot of challenges in my business, and there are many times I wanted to quit, but I sort of looked at it and I was like, if I quit, there's 100% guarantee that this is not going to work. So if I quit, it's over, 100% guarantee. But if I try, it just might work. It really just might work. And I had that pep talk with myself. And I said, I might as well stick it out because my odds of actually having it work are greater than if I just walk away. So I'm going to just persevere. I'm going to just try, and it's paid off for me. You should make a pivot if you know it's going to save your business. You should quickly enact change as soon as you see something going wrong. So as soon as you see yourself going down the wrong path, you need to figure out a way to get back on the street where you're supposed to be so you can go towards your goals. So a founder should, a major flag is if you're not making money. So if you're going broke, you need to pivot. If stuff is looking real tight and you don't know really what's going on and you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, there's not like, well, this is the 6-month plan, it's real scrappy now, but it's going to clear up. If you're just looking at it and saying, wow, I'm losing every day, we're not winning, we don't have any marks on the scoreboard, then you need to change immediately. And you need to find it in yourself to say, okay, I didn't do it right the first time, I need to try again. No, pivoting does not mean quitting. It just means changing the course of action. So for us, we have this really beautiful brick and mortar space, but COVID happened and all brick and mortars had to shut down, right? And especially for us, because we have patients who are immunocompromised, it was really important for us to know that we could not get our patients sick. So the day before the state of Maryland enacted a shutdown for retail businesses, we closed our doors because we just knew that we didn't want anyone to get sick on our watch. So at home, you have to start to think about what would you do if you could never see another person in person again, if you can never touch them. And for me, it was, what if I could never fit another breast cancer survivor again? And we pivoted to video fitting. So we leveraged telehealth to be able to help our patients while our doors were closed. And then that, to me, triggered a lot of new ideas and fresh ideas and perspective as to how we could create a tech-enabled and high impact company that had a global reach, because our doors were closed. So it went from something that was sort of a store and maybe one day we'll get global to like, oh shoot, we got to get global like next month. How do we figure this out without, you know, us having to shutter our doors? And unfortunately, 400,000 businesses across the United States closed their doors. And we knew we didn't want to have to be like that. We didn't want to have to go through that. And I knew that I believed in my mission so much that I couldn't let my patients down. I couldn't let these women down. So I had to figure out a way to survive and make it. And that's what I did. If you're a good founder, I don't think you're really waiting. So if you're a really great founder, I don't think you take a long time. I think you see what's going wrong quickly and you let it go. Whether that's in the hires that you have, the people who are on your team. If you see it's not working, then you're quick to just say, hey, you know what, we got to wrap this up. Or if you see yourself going down a path that's negative for your business, or burning through cash and not having a way to get it back, I think as a really great founder, you don't wait too long. So I don't know a lot of founders who do wait a long time. They probably aren't in business anymore. I don't think you really pivot too fast because I think you're innovating and ideating and creating something new and scaling. So I don't think there's a way to pivot too fast. For us, pivoting mean we had to almost like stop direction in this way and go in this way. But pivoting could just mean that you have different rollouts in your business, or you incorporate new things in your business as you're still going down the same path. And that's perfectly fine and okay. But for us, it was just, for my company, it was just very extreme. But my team grew along with it. We got everyone on board. We explained what was happening, and then we were able to grow. So I think that could be like the only downfall. If you don't let your team know, and you're just rolling into it, then that might be too fast. But outside of that, I think, no, it's natural to just keep going. So pivoting can be a great thing in your business because it can drive a new customer stream that you hadn't considered before. It can help you reach people outside of your local area or outside of the intended demographic. We focused a lot on breast cancer survivors until we had transgendered people who were interested in our custom prosthetics as well. That kind of made your mind sort of think like, oh, wow, maybe I could use this and reach a whole new subgroup of people who are often underrepresented. And it fits right in line with our mission and our vision. So pivoting could just mean that the benefit of it, you're just helping more people and you're finding new niches, and that can be a great thing. Whenever you go broke. So, like, if you're making money, stick with it. But if you see yourself starting to struggle financially, you need to make some new choices. So when you're going broke, like, that's not what business is. If you're going broke in it, it's a hobby. If you're making money from it, then it's a business. So once you're making money from it, then that's the sweet spot. That's where you need to be. Anything else, you should be like just testing the waters, trying new things up until the point that you're starting to make money that pays for your team, pays for your overhead, pays you, gives yourself opportunities and bonuses and perks and incentives and health insurance. Like, these are things we can't overlook. So if your business can do all of that, then you're golden. If you're not, then you need to keep ideating, keep innovating, and keep trying new things. Our team is incentivized by their success through a pivot. So they get paid if better bonuses if our pivots and our new ideas and our new innovations work out. And if they find a way to make it work financially, then they are compensated. So that's a great way. We also have a very healthy company culture that I've blended sales and service. So for me, it's just not about selling everybody everything. It's about, did you walk Miss Johnson to her car because you know she has a walker? Or this lady started crying in the fitting room. Did you bring her a tissue and give her a hug pre-COVID and give her a hug? Like, are you a person who has a heart for service and a heart for selling? I need both of those in my team members. And normally I found those people are the ones who volunteer a lot. So the people who are in service just optionally in their day-to-day. And those people tend to be more agreeable and they get along better in a group environment, especially small team environment, which is what we have. So I look for all those different pieces in my new hires, and then they just sort of blend together. But I do take personality into company culture fit, not diversity quotas or anything else like that, but just like, how are they as a person and their spirit. I've interviewed great people who on paper would be highly accomplished, but I just knew their personality wasn't going to match and it was going to be poison to our business. So I had to just be very selective in that choice. So that's how we created great company culture, sales, and service. In person and excited. So I have to show them that I believe it, and I have to physically be there. I'm like, oh my God, guys, we're gonna go do this. And they're like, yeah, we are. Okay. It's a group. But yeah, in person and excited, I share with them the same enthusiasm as I have with you about business is what I have with them. And it's normally because I really am excited and enthusiastic about a new change. We used to email each other back and forth. This is a small thing. We used to email each other back and forth. Then we moved over to Slack. And I showed them, I'm sure most people are familiar with Slack. It's like almost like instant messaging. It's all in one app. And I told them about the perks of it. I was like, you guys can connect with me anytime. There's no long email chains. You don't have to like go digging through all these messages to find stuff. We'll do a Slack for different vendors when you need me to order something from a new designer or a new product, or you're looking for tracking information. It's all here. So exciting. Here's your login. And then we just moved in that direction together. And I used to actually ask a lot more opinion-based questions like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? But as a leader, I just have to trust my own instinct and then bring the team on board. And that saved a lot of time and a lot of headache and hassle. So learning that lesson, I'm eternally grateful for. But yeah, I got my whole team on Slack and everyone's embracing it, and it's wonderful. And then of course you teach them, like they send you something in an email like, oh, this is great. Can you drop it in Slack so I don't lose it? And just keep following up with them about new and exciting things that are happening with this innovation or this pivot. Who knows the business better than you? Nobody. Like, who knows what's better for the business than you? And who has better intentions for the business than you as a company leader? Nobody. So trust yourself and just go do it. It's your company. Another thing someone taught me was that you as a boss are the only one who can't get fired. So like let everyone else figure it out, but you're not going anywhere. So it's your opinion that matters most. And unfortunately, if they can't get with it, then it's not the best place for them. And it's a relief to you and it's a relief to them to not have to drag them along